Hello everybody and welcome to the very first episode of Rocket League Talks with Munch818. Now I just want to let you guys know before the podcast actually starts that every Sunday at 6 p.m. Eastern or 3 p.m. West Coast time that we are going to be going live with Rocket League Talks with Munch818 over on twitch.tv/Munch818. Link will be down in the description. I hope you guys enjoy this podcast, and without further ado, let's get into it. Hello everybody and welcome to the Munch818 podcast. I guess I can hop into webcam here, probably look a little bit better now that I have everything figured out, guys. Welcome to the first Rocket League Talks with Munch818 today. We have a good amount of stuff to discuss and I'm super excited for it. We're going to be discussing 3 topics and we're going to be starting off with the Keemstar situation. Now, if you guys do not know what the Keemstar situation is, we are about to dive into it, but it'll be pretty easy. It was just a little bit of Twitter drama. Let me hop over here. I gotta do one thing. All right, there it is. So, we are going to be starting over. Sorry, guys, I'm still getting good at this. This is the hard part. All right, right here. So, let me fix this. Alright, there we go. So, he tweets out, "We are in talks for Rocket League community events with one of the streaming platforms. Smash event I've put on the back burner. Seems like some in that community do not like me. Their loss, not mine. One company begged me for an LOL tournament, League of Legends, but I know nothing about LOL, LOL, League of Legends, whatever you guys want to call it. So, I don't know." A lot of positivity here. Sorry, guys, I'm turning off my fan. It gets pretty hot in the summer, but we're going to have to suffer through it for this hour. All right, so hell yeah, let's get this Rocket League tournament going. Do Rocket League. The community there is amazing. Everyone is chill. Get me in this RL tournament. Let's go Keen. I've been waiting. A bunch of memes. People voted out of 160 votes. They think Cloud9 should be in it. There should be a lot more other stuff. Smash would have been sick. It's time to grind till you can't feel your thumbs. Yeah, some Smash content creators are pathetic, so some jabs at Smash. Let's go. RL for life. Rocket League community event. Let me in. Can you cover the drama on this? Oh, that's just random drama stuff. Rocket League tournament is a must. Man, I love seeing Rocket League getting more love. I think Rocket League is big now, but I think it's on the edge of blowing up. So, a lot of positivity here you guys can see from this tweet. A lot of people are super excited. Keem loves Rocket League, and we'll go into some of his tweets later, but a certain member of the RL community, a pretty big member, responded pretty negatively to this. I don't know if you guys know him. Stumpy. He is a much older Rocket League creator, and when I say older, I mean like back in the season 1-2 days. He's probably more popular than he is now. I have only seen him in person once, or seen him in like a relevant situation once, and it was at RLCS season, what would it have been, 6? I went to in Las Vegas. I saw him there in the front row of the popular section, and that's pretty much what he's known for. But here we can scroll over to his tweet, see if it'll load on for us. Stumpy replies here. Where is it? All right. "No thank you. I'd rather our community wasn't tarnished by someone who's made a living off exploiting others. You regularly encourage your viewers to swat, dox, and harass people you don't like, have made life-ruining false accusations, and are an all-around vile human." And then he has a couple emojis in there meant for sarcasm. "Let's talk about false accusations." Keem replies, "Like that false accusation you made right there. You're a complete moron that has your information based on 2016 lies that were proven to be lies. You can say no thanks all you want, but I'm working with the biggest RL pros and creators!" Exclamation point. So it seems like even though the negativity goes, he is excited. And I think he replies, I think this is like after, "And you're not one of them. I've seen this before. Someone with low viewers, low clout, hates on what I do because you know you don't have the numbers and won't be invited. None of that stopped me. Once said, hate on success, and success will hate on you. Then Leafx replies, "You're never going to be accepted in this community. Give up and go somewhere else." Now, I'm gonna do this real quick. Leafx, Stumpy, sit yourselves out on this one. It's not worth it. If you guys want to sit here and argue that Keema's a bad person, I'm not going to fight you on that. I've been a huge fan of YouTube, and especially of the people that have kind of dissed on Keemstar for the past 2 to 3 years, especially back in like 2016 when there was a lot of menace out there. I saw the iDubbbz Content Cop the day it came out. I would not fight you that Keem is a bad person and has done some bad things. I wouldn't fight you on that. But when it comes down to it, as a community, and I might be wrong for this, I might get hate for this, I believe that we have to take every opportunity to grow. When it comes down to it, Rocket League is a small YouTube scene, a small Twitch scene, and we don't get a lot of major recognition, even though if you go to our esports, if we go to esports earnings, you go here, Rocket League, that's not what I was looking for, games. Rocket League is the 16th highest paid esport of all time. We'll be passing some of these games as time goes on, but right now it's sitting at 16. Oh shit. There, you guys can see it, 16. We need help. I am here to make the argument that Fortnite tournaments wouldn't be as big if Keem didn't start Friday Fortnite. If you want to say that Fortnite would have still been huge and Ninja would have still been huge and all these people would have been huge, I agree. But people were lost on how to make Fortnite into a competitive realm until Keem came along, and he made Friday Fortnite, which was a banger of a tournament. Every week, he was just throwing out huge prize pools to these top pros to continue to make them better and let them thrive. You guys need to sit yourself out on this one. We don't need Keem, but he will do a hell of a lot more good than he will do bad. So that's all I'm saying. At least on this tweet. Look. I'm going to be straight with you. Keem isn't the best person, and you're right. I've seen him make false accusations that have potentially ruined people's lives. I haven't really seen a lot of follow-up. But you guys, we need this. This brings our Twitch, our YouTube. As someone who's made content in this space since, oh man, probably like 6 months ago, I streamed for a while, and then I took a little break for about a month, and then I started making YouTube about 3 months ago again. This could be huge. Keem brings in the money, he can bring in the fans, he can bring in the viewers. I think we need this. Now this is going to be, actually, I'm just going to scroll down. We're going to see a little bit of lag here. July 31st, alright, August 1st. So, where's August 2nd is where all the follow-up tweets came out pretty much. So he tweeted that out. He got a lot of stuff right here. That's where he tweeted it out. And then follow up. We go up a little bit. Where is it? Oh my lord. Okay. Oh my lord. August 2. He tweets so much. I think it's right here. Yes. Okay. This is where he tweets out August 2nd. Few Rocket League dudes with extremely low clout tried to say I'm not welcome to come in the community and make an RL tournament. One, I have 10 Fortnite streamers that pull hella more viewers than any Rocket League streamers that are down to play RL. I don't even need you fools. when it comes down to it, this is a mutualistic agreement here. I'm not gonna lie, if fucking Shroud and Scissors and Floop and Sunless Khan are going and playing Fortnite tournaments, I'm not gonna watch that. But if Keem puts on a $10,000 weekly tournament for maybe the whatever it would, maybe we could say it would be like 32 teams. You could have 8 pros that are invited every week, the top 8 teams that finished last week that aren't in those 8 pros, and then 16 new open sign-up teams every single week. This has to be mutualistic if it's going to work. No one's going to watch Fortnite players play Rocket League unless the Fortnite people really want to get in on it. None of the hardcore Rocket League people are going to be watching the Fortnite people play Rocket League. So Keem and the community has to do their thing. Marky Doodah, take your bald baby man antics and go back to Fortnite then. Dude, please, guys. This is huge for us. We notice the pros. I really don't understand why Stumpy doesn't see the upside of this. Because Stumpy's a caster and a content creator. He's not a pro. The pros are going to get a little bit of benefit here. They are going to get a little bit of benefit. They're going to get that X amount of weekly money going into their bank accounts because the pros are going to win it every single week. But it's very difficult for the content creators. There are very few and far between content creators that can thrive on this platform of YouTube and Twitch because there's no viewership for them. I'm going to go to Twitch right now. We're going to see the numbers. I would say, all right, let's go to Rocket League. You guys are going to see. Rocket League, 5.5k viewers. 1.2 of those are Scrub, Pro. 1.1 of those are Rizzo. Filza, I honestly don't know who that is. Okay, a person that doesn't primarily stream Rocket League. Outside of that, not a single person has more than 80 views, and it's Shelcheer. I don't know a lot of these people. Example, I love watching Twitch and YouTube videos, and I don't know who any of these people are. But I know who the pros are. I know Rizzo. I know Scrub. I know Dazerin. And then, like, just an example, guys. This brings the excitement to the Twitch community. Keem, whether you want it or not, makes things mainstream. Keem makes things mainstream. It's crazy how fast Friday Fortnite blew up. Obviously, Fortnite was huge. And I think Rocket League has the potential to grow a lot if we get more Twitch and YouTube viewership. Going on to some of the next few tweets following up. But I do need at Squishy and at Sunless. 100% need y'all because Squishy replied down here. And Sunless were like, yeah, for sure. We love it. Because they love it. Because they know, especially Sunless and Squishy, that Sunless is probably the biggest, if not one of the biggest, non-pro content creators. And Squishy is, I'm pretty sure, the biggest pro or non-pro content creator, pretty much. Because last time I checked, him and Scrub pretty much get the most viewers on Twitch and get a lot of YouTube views. At least Squishy does. And then here he says, and furthermore, my events are for the goddamn viewers. So if Rocket League's tryhards that pull 100 viewers want to hate on my community entertainment, fine. But that's not why you only have 100 viewers. But that's probably why you have 100 viewers in the first place. You don't care about the fans. And that's true. We need more fans. If you want to argue with me that the Rocket League community that we have now is not dedicated enough, I will argue against you for sure. I checked. I went to the RLCS Season 7. I checked Twitch on the final day. The G2 versus Renault Vitality match. They had 120,000 viewers. You think 120 20,000 viewers are watching this right now. 5 viewers. 7 million followers follow Rocket League. 5,000 are watching right now. We need to get these people interested and more in the Rocket League community. And then we need to bring people in and get them interested by introducing them to top level content creators such as Sunless Khan, Flute, Squishy, and then even some of the people on here, Rizzo, Scrub, and then some of these people, like these people down here. Who do I recognize that are big? Java Man. I've watched his stream a couple times. Where's some other people? I know it's just random times. I'm trying to read. Malachus and Esports Management. Like, we all know these people. Oh, Munchino. Yeah. These people have the potential to be big, but Rocket League just isn't a big enough community yet. Look at how many people are streaming. 2 people are streaming for more than 1,000 people. This dude's streaming for 700. No more streaming under 100. 8 viewers is, what is this? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. If you have 10 viewers right now, you are on the 6th line. You are 1 scroll down from getting discovered by a new person. We need more Twitch followers, guys. We need people. Oh, I don't even fucking follow Rocket League. Oh, this is one of my alt accounts, that's why. But still, guys, that's the example. That's the example that we're setting. We need more Twitch subscribers. Right here, Squish your side down. A real Rocket League champ with a vision and understanding of this great community. And then some dude replies, it's not all about the views, Keem. That's not what he said. You have to... People that don't read tweets and then reply just infuriate me. Viewers. It's all about the viewers, which is true. People stream for the viewers. That's the difference between YouTube and streaming, is you get the one-to-one connection. Someone types in chat, I can immediately reply to them. YouTube, someone replies on a YouTube video. 1, you might not reply to their YouTube comment at all. Or 2, you won't be able to have an in-depth conversation outside of typing back for them in chat. Twitch is a completely different medium where the viewers are what matters. Communication and entertainment of the viewers are what matter. Where YouTube, it's just the entertainment factor. But in Twitch, communication is easily half the battle. And I think Keem knows what he's doing. And he obviously is a fan right here. Rocket League is one of the best games. I own it and play it daily on all platforms. No joke. I have it and play it on PC, Xbox, PS4, Switch. The game deserves more community hype. He wants to get in on this, guys. Right here. That's true. Look at what he did. Look at what he's doing to these streamers. Friday Fortnite was... If I asked you at, I think, any point in Tfue and Nick Merck's career, who's a bigger streamer, Tfue 99% of the time. Nick Merckx is playing Friday Fortnite and almost has double the views of Tfue. Imagine if these smaller streamers and smaller pros got on that happened to stream as well. This would be huge for our community, and I just want you to understand that, guys. But we got to get into our next topic here. I'm just going to... Alright, so there's a Keemstar. We're going to get into Rocket League. We're going to get to the moves, okay? So this is going to be the RLCS... Here, let me pull this back up. RLCS roster moves and roster changes along with org changes. So, we're going to start off with reviewing all the current rosters and how they got there. So, FC Barcelona is Devo, Bluey, Ronicky. Obviously, I'm sure a lot of you guys heard. There was a lot of drama with Alpha 54 as he did talk a lot, and eventually he got kicked off. And then they were like, maybe we'll invite him back, maybe we won't. I thought there was maybe rumors of them inviting him back. But eventually they pulled Ronicky off of the old Triple Trouble roster, and that is where Ronicky is now. Over to Dignitas, you guys know Turbo Pulsa moving cross regions. He got into a little bit of drama and got kicked / left Dignitas. I honestly have no idea what went on there. But Violent Panda, Yukio, and Astral, a solid third. They played over, let's see the results. So with Astral, they played, where'd they play? DreamHack Dallas Pro Circuit? That's not right. I clicked the Cloud9 logo. Oops. Whoopsies. All right, 3rd to 4th. Look, guys. Dignitas made it so far with Astral. Open sign up. They would have been open sign up, right? Yeah. Oh, this is with Yukio. Never mind. Go back. It was just under majors. All right, so we got to go complete results in any tournament. All right, so DreamHack Montreal European closed qualifiers. They finished 5th, 6th. So they're coming in here with Astral. They came, and they had a decent showing. They lost to E-Girls. I don't even know who that is. E-Girls, I'm looking for them. All right, Ixo, Pondex, and Blurry. Ixo and Pondex known, Blurry a little bit less well known, but they still did decent. And then obviously them coming in here, beating RPC, bunch of randoms, beating Method 3-2, sweeping Veloce, sweeping Complexity, and barely losing out to FC Barcelona. And then, you know what? And I think, let me see, FC Barcelona was with Alpha 54. So they had been playing with a roster that they had been playing with for a while. So you know what? They have a lot of improvement. I think, honestly, you give them time. Dignitas beats FC, or you give them even their new roster and flip Alpha 54 with Rodiki. Now, I think Dignitas beats this FC Barcelona roster and maybe even qualifies. So that is what I think about that. Now, that's the Dignitas. Let's go all the way back here. Frontline. So, same roster here. They just dropped the label of PSG. PSG dropped them, so they're going back to Frontline. Farah, Chassette, Fruity. Playing pretty well. I don't think they've had the best of off seasons, but yeah, Gfinity Weekly Cup. It's okay. So this is only showing the frontline results. We'd have to go to PSG, but that's too much work, guys. It's just pretty fast. Obviously, Renault Vitality coming off. We all know Fairy Peak, Scrub Killer, K-Dop, solid team. Team Solo Mid drops. Who would that have been? What's his name? Good lord. iGnite gets dropped or leaves. I'm pretty sure he got dropped. And then iGnite shoes get filled with Alpha 54. In my opinion, that's an upgrade. I think TSM, obviously, after not having the greatest of results in RLCS Season 5, and then obviously bouncing back for sure at Dallas, you'd see here they played well and they lost to Cloud9. So they went through, where's TSM? They beat Space Station on day 1. And then obviously going down to day 2, they beat Renegades and NRG. And then going into day 3, they won against Mouse Sports, Evil Geniuses, and then lost to Cloud9. But you know what? Cloud9 was on a tear, and Cloud9 is nuts. So I will give them the benefit of the doubt. Then going over to Complexity. So this is where it gets kind of crazy. So Complexity, Magnus, Greasy Meister, Flakes. Flakes got kicked from this team for a while. Obviously, Flakes was like, hey, Magnus, I think Greasy Meister might not be the best fit, especially with iGnite being up right now, Tadpole being up, and then Veloce, and then the other free agents. But, like, if you look at the free agents from RLCS Season 7, there are quite a bit of them. So, and especially RLRS players to pick and choose from, so it's a very good situation for them. Obviously, Magnus, Greasy, and Flakes. Flakes wanted to kick Greasy. Magnus told Greasy, and Greasy's like, let's just kick Flakes. They invited them back because they knew, honestly, if they would have kicked Flakes, I don't think they would have been in a very good situation. So, happy they did that. And then the Bricks, Cookster, Speed, they kicked Mystic, which in my opinion, was their Lone Ranger here. And then, in my opinion, this is weird. Okay, never mind. All right, so in my opinion, we got Cookster, Speed, and Rams right now. Rams is the coach, and obviously a lot has been standing up for them. A lot. So they they played the Rival Series Summers Open. They crushed everyone. They beat ARG 3-1, which is the RLRS team. And then they played Triple Trouble 4-3 here. And then beat Bim Bam Gamers, who actually beat Veloce and Complexity 4-1 there. So won $1,000. Pretty happy there. DreamHack Circuit Montreal, they played, and these were the European closed qualifiers. So at this point, I'm pretty sure they actually were playing with a lot here. Yeah, Cookser Speed a lot. The Bricks beat a random team. Beat Complexity. Didn't actually win a match against Renault. Come down here, lose to FC Barcelona. You could argue because that was that weren't warmed up because they only had one match with the E-Girls. But you know what? That's an argument that I don't think is worth making. I think they just lost. But still, top 4 team in Europe. Very solid space to be. And then Veloce Esports. Flame, Freaky, Niels was on this team before. It's looking like they were trying out iIgnite. But Casio is the one with the rumors that he is actually going to be joining. But then obviously there's still a lot of free agents to fill this. There's iIgnite, there's Casio, there's Tadpole. Niels Cook is still a free agent at this point. And then there are a bunch of RLRS guys that you can pretty much snatch up. If you really said, hey, let's do this as an, take this RLRS player. Let's offer him an RLCS spot. Regardless of the team, he's pretty much taken it. So next, here's my opinion. We go over to, I think Veloce has, they're put in a situation that they have to pick up Casio or they have to pick up Tadpole. Because if Casio and Tadpole don't get picked up by a team, they could just say, hey, do you want to keep our spot next season and pick up a random third and collect our paycheck? And they'd say, yup. And then they do it, and Veloce would be kicked out because they're the Season 7 Promotional Playoffs 3rd seed. And that's why the 3rd seed's here, because Triple Trouble disbanded because they no longer had a roster of 3. But then going down to the RLRS, we have Mouse Sports, who is probably looking like they're going to disband. Unless a lot stays with them, there was a lot of things. But, I think Alex, right? Yeah, Alex was with them before, and if a lot leaves for the RLCS, this team disbands, which is looking like it's going to happen. So I don't know. Tigray, another one of those teams. Then you have ARG, and you have Method, who Rix Rane, Burrito B, and then Ocelon actually left. Casio was on their team originally, but Ocelon leaving. So like I've said, Ocelon, possibly a lot, possibly Alex. And then, obviously, iIgnite, Tadpole, Casio. Very much a lot of potential here. And then, obviously, if, let's say, Tadpole, iIgnite, and Alex don't get picked up, they could always come down here and qualify for one of these 5 spots as one of the teams dropped out of RLCS. So one of the RLR teams moves up. And then, instead of the 5th seed getting the spot, there's just 5 teams that can qualify this time around. So we're not going to go there. But now we're going to make our way over to North America. And we see Cloud9 staying the same. Squishy, Torment, Gimmick. We'll get over to these. We're going to go to the same rosters. Rizzo, JNAP, Chicago, Rogue, Wonder, AJ, Kronovi. And then I think that is... Yes. Okay, so now we can go to the moves, okay? So, the moves, we have obviously the first and foremost move, NRG. I talked about it earlier when it was on the European side. And I was talking about Dignitas, Turbo, leaving Dignitas, coming over to North America, joining NRG. I think Turbo is just a strictly better Fireburner. I think that Turbo can definitely bring a winning mentality because obviously Turbo, the original 3-time. Garrett G, probably the best player to never win LAN. Justin, the best player to never win a tournament, like any major. I'm pretty sure he's never won a major unless I'm mistaken. Yeah, because he's only been with NRG, and NRG would never won a major with that roster. So, yes, 2 of the best players that aren't very good at winning or finishing things out. I think Turbo Pulse can help them out with that. Obviously, in my opinion, if not, in my opinion, second greatest of all time after K-Dot. And think a lot of people would have him first. I could see maybe third. But you know what? He's in that top. He's definitely a winner. And I like what this team is going to do. Now going over to Space Station. They acquire Arsenal from... Oh, what team was Arsenal on before? We're about to find out. He was on the Peeps. Yes. So Arsenal left the Peeps for Space Station Gaming, which in my opinion is a little bit of a better situation. Obviously, Explosive Gyro and Reddles I would put behind Sypical and AXB because Space Station Gaming actually kicked their third of Sathu after we saw Sypical putting up an MVP performance, but them still not qualifying for LAN. I believe they just put a lot of that blame on Sathu and they kicked him off. And Arsenal, in my opinion, an upgrade. Not a huge upgrade, but an upgrade. I think they can rival Rogue a little bit more. Maybe not get beat in that upset situation again by Rogue, as last season Rogue was actually the 6th seed going into regional championships, and then they beat Ghost, and then they beat Space Station Gaming. So, you know, Rogue kind of had a tough road, but they went through and they played well. Now over to the Peeps, Explosive Gyro and Reddles. Obviously Arsenal left there, we just saw. Mist coming over from Birds and the Bees. These guys are just kind of flipping around players. Mist joining Explosive Gyro and Reddles. These guys have... I actually don't know how they've been doing at tournaments recently. Rival Summer Open. They lost to Birds and the Bees. And the Rival Summer Open for North America. Team Frontline, what the heck? But this was actually with Austin as a sub. So Sypical, Arsenal, and Austin. Because, what's his name? Just wasn't able to show up, if I'm not mistaken. Who would it have been? So Reddles, Explosive Gyro, and Mist. So, yeah, this would have been actually a completely different roster because this was on August 4th. Why? That's such a weird roster for the Peeps, though. Or not for... Why am I looking at Space Station Gaming? What am I talking about? The Peeps. So Reddles, Explosive Gyro, and Mist coming and taking second. That is their fully formed roster. And obviously Birds and the Bees had their fully formed roster here. So I think they both are very similar in skill. I think they will fight versus these top level teams to play. Obviously, we can't really discredit NRG a ton because they really didn't have any practice with Turbo Pulsa, and this was pretty fresh after Turbo Pulsa must have just got here. So, I give NRG a pass here. Then we're going over to Birds and the Bees, where they acquire Ajax, I'm pretty sure. Yes, Mist leaves for the Peeps. They acquire Ajax. Did Ajax have a roster before? That is what I'm wondering. Yes, he was on Plot Twist over in the RLRS, if I'm not mistaken. Oh, that's where Corrupted G is now after he left. So, yeah, I don't know. I think it's weird how these RLCS players aren't getting picked up. I talked about it in my video on who will NRG's third be. Obviously, it had people like Corrupted G and Classics. Like, I don't get why they're not getting picked up, especially like the top level of them. Obviously, Drippe, I have no idea what's going on with him. Why isn't he got picked up? But Drippe, Corrupted G, Classics, Karma, you could argue like Dude with the Nose and those guys of the lesser, but I think Karma really was the best player on that Splice team, so I give Karma more of the benefit of the doubt. But then I honestly, oh no, what is going on here? I honestly give a lot of these EG players the benefit of the doubt. I think they just had a hard time meshing and a hard time playing together, and I do actually give them a lot of leeway. I don't know. Maybe I shouldn't, but maybe I should. And then, obviously, Ghost Gaming. We don't really know who their third's going to be. It looks like they're playing with Atomic recently. So, or I guess Silent Echo is the coach. But Atomic was for the Rival Series Summer Open. And then, if we look at some of these recent ones, like the Beyond, that would have been Atomic, yep. And then some, like DreamHack Valencia, did they play with Atomic? Would have been Open Sign Up, Ghost. No, this is with Lefthamir. Okay, so Atomic is recent. The issue with Drippe right now is he's under a contract. So let's say they acquire a team like Ghost. They would have to buy out the two players on their contracts. They would actually have to buy out Memory and Illusion, where I think Drippe would be a solid third fit there. They would have to buy out the Ghost Gaming and contracts of Memory and Illusion, or Ghost Gaming would buy out the EG contract, or EG would just release Drippe because he's realizing he's not get a play in the RLRS if they hold on, RLCS if they hold on to him. Now over to the RLRS, we do have Relax, and it looks like this is the old Splice team after they actually got removed from the Splice name. And then Plot Twist, we have Taroko, Mektos, and then obviously their old member of Pirates. Pirates. Okay, I thought it was someone else. Never mind. Where did Ajax come from? Let's figure that out first. I'm interested. This is why I like podcasts, because you can just do whatever. Was he on Manhattan in RLCS season? RLCS season 7? Let's look it up. RLCS season 7. I'm going to have to do a lot of back clicking here. Alright, we're going to go to North America. We're going to go to RLRS. And then we should see Ajax in here somewhere. Yeah, Plot Twist had Pirates. Oh! Okay, so Ajax either wasn't on the RLRS team because he wasn't good enough to be on one, or he must have been too young, right? Why would a person get picked up right into the RLCS? Is there like an age? No, he's definitely old enough. I've seen him play. He's on Birds and the Bees now. Was he always on Birds and the Bees? No. Was Roldiz always? I don't know, guys. What is going on? Ajax. Mist left for the Peeps. So it was Hoxer, Mist, and Roldiz. But where was Ajax? Oh my god. I don't even know, guys. I'll figure it out some other time. But, yeah. That was pretty interesting. And then, obviously, the North American RLRS. Plot Twist, Taroko, Mektos, and then Corrupted G coming in for Pirates. Rapid Aeon, and then Seabass coming in for... Oh, who did he come in for? Astro, yes. Astro is on Noble Esports. So now, a lot of these people here are going to qualify for these 5 play-in spots. I'm sure Classics has a team of some sort that he's going to qualify for the RLRS with. But it's weird that these RLCS players aren't getting picked up to a team like Ghost. I think it's still possible that, because Ghost hasn't technically signed him, that another player does get picked up, but you never know. I'm going to take some water in, guys. My throat is killing me, so, because I've been talking so much, so. Oh, what happened in the off season? Wow, why didn't you just click this, Ian, you idiot? Oh, Ajax was on no other team. See, but it's weird because it says, like, none, so I don't know. I'm conflicted. Lethamir doesn't have a new team. Lethamir could move to go. That was the dumbest thing I've ever said, guys. Don't. Never mind. Fireburner, obviously retired. Arsenal onto here. What? What the fuck? Why? Like, it doesn't make sense. Arsenal went from the Peeps to there. Why is it 2 different ones? Jesus, man. I don't know, guys. But now I think we have... Yes. All right. The moment we've all been waiting for. I am going to talk about the third and, I believe, final issue. Not issue, but talking point for today. Oh, excuse me, guys. Oh, my Lord. How unprofessional. All right. The broadcast talent for Rocket League Summit, Beyond the Summit, is CJ, Corelli, James Bot, Johnny Boy Turtle, Leaf X. So obviously you guys know a lot of crowd favorites here. But if I could say one thing, please bring back Carpet. Just for one event. We gotta find a way to get him in. Gotta find a way. Alright, anyway. Alright, so main tournament, August 16th to 18th. So this is going to be pretty exciting. There's actually a lot of things going on. So I'm going to break it down. So the main tournament is going to be a group stage. It's going to be 8 teams. You guys already know them. It's Renault, Frontline, Dignitas, and the Bricks. And then NRG, Cloud9, Rogue, and G2 Esports. Rogue getting invited is controversial. But you know what? It was up to them, and they picked that. So obviously it starts in 6 days. Pretty exciting. Or I guess 7 days it would be. 7 days is next Sunday. Next Sunday is when it's done. This is not an upcoming match at all. Alright, but either way. It starts with like 5 days. 8 teams split into 2 groups, double elimination format, where the top 3 from each group advance, and then all matches are best of 7. And then the playoffs would be double elimination, where the top 2 teams from each group start in the upper bracket, and then the third place team starts in the lower bracket. So it would be kind of the way that I did LAN, where if you end without a loss, you end up in the upper bracket. It'd be kind of that same group stage. If you guys haven't seen my LAN video, go check it out on YouTube. And then that is going to be pretty exciting. I'm honestly super pumped for that. Obviously, top 2 teams. Top 2 from each group would finish in the uppers, and then probably the second team from Group A would play the first team from Group B. Second team from Group B would play the first team from Group A, and then the 2 bottom teams would play the 2 losers of those. So, but this is where it gets interesting. Rocket League crew battles. 4 captains, 2 from North America, 2 from Europe. 6 players per team, so 4 captains plus 5 draft picks, and that's 24 players, so it adds up, guys. And now, if you're wondering, hey, Ian, yeah, we know it adds up, stupid. Why'd you just have to lay it out for us? It's because I didn't realize that it added up, because I was the one that was being stupid like a day ago when I first read this. So, you will distribute your players, so you will have a 1s team, a 2s team, and a 3s team. Your 1s team, I don't even know what I'm saying. Your 1s team would be your 1s, and then you pick 2 players that would be good together, and then you pick 3. And I'm not sure who the captains are or the draft order, but we're going to speculate. So game 1 is a 1v1. Game 2 is a 2v2. And game 3 is a 3v3. So there you have all your 3 matchups. Then, whichever team is losing in the series, so obviously after 3 games, it has to be 2-1 or 3-0 one way. Whichever team is losing chooses the matchup type. So let's say Captain A in Group A and Captain B in Group B play each other in a 1v1, in a 2v2, in a 3v3. Group A wins the 1v1 and the 2v2, and then Group B wins the 3v3. Group B now gets to pick what format it will be for Game 4. And then Game 5, whoever didn't pick Game 4 picks Game 5. And then Game 6 is the same if it isn't over. So it would be, if it goes to a Game 6, obviously it has to be 3-2 one way, because a 4-1 would mean the series is over. So it'd have to be 3-2 one way. And whoever is losing, 3-2 in the series, does pick the 6th. And then if it ends up in a 3-3 split, whoever didn't pick Game 6 picks Game 7. Now, this is going to be fun. The round robin is going to be a good time. So, let's speculate captains. All right. So, if I had to guess captains, you'd probably put the most iconic captains. From North America, I think it would have to be like Torment and... See, it's weird because you'd say Kronovi, but Kronovi's not technically the captain of Rogue. I think it's going to be Kronovi anyway. Let's see. Team 1, to be determined captain, yeah. Or maybe it's just random roles. So I'd guess from Europe, probably Keemstar and Violent Panda. Keemstar, obviously probably one of the greatest captains of all time. His teams have very rarely done bad. He's been in the promotional playoffs once, and he's missed LAN, not including the one season where he went to promotional playoffs. I think only once or twice more. So he's been to LAN like 4 or 5 times. And then Jacob was the captain for the entire time that NRG was, or Fireburner was the captain. Fireburner or Jacob. Yeah, like I think Jacob was for the first like 3 seasons, and then they added Garrett G instead of Seth Jr., and then Fireburner took over. Garrett G was never the captain. He is technically now, but I don't think they would pick him. And I would say Torment. Torment's a pretty good captain. I would say just because there's not a super like clear like Rizzo is the captain, JNaps is the captain, Chicago is the captain, and then obviously Kronovi, the most prolific captain of all time in North America, at least if not the entire world. Kronovi's a crazy good captain, and I think it kind of makes up for his maybe mechanical or rotational disadvantages. His captaining skills are very good. Now, like I said, on the European squad, I would be extremely shocked if it was anything but Keemstar and Violent Panda, 2 huge captains. And now those are just my speculations on captains, and then they would pick. Now, what is this? Round robin. Round robin, best of 5 in case of a tie on points, games, win percentage. What? I'm so confused. August 16th? All right, so this would be on day 1. Round robin, best of 5. In case... Oh. So they all play each other? That's like a lot of matches. Or is this talking about the groups? In case of a tie on points, game win percentage always seeds the team. Always seeds the team. Top 2 qualify for the finals. Finals, single limb, best of 7 match. I am extremely confused on this. If you guys know what any of this means, please put it in the chat or the comments down below. And then 3v3 all-star match, single best of 7 match. So I'm super excited for this, guys. Obviously, you guys know Triple Trouble was invited instead of the Bricks, I want to say. Let me go to the top. It'll say somewhere. Edit. Or no. Oh, God. What did I do? Okay. Yeah, Triple Trouble disbands prior to the event, so Dignitas was invited. The Bricks were always invited. Dignitas got invited, and then PSG obviously got released from their roster prior to this event, so now they're frontline. Pretty simple. And then this pretty much doesn't have a lot to talk about. I really like this format. There was rumors of Gold Rush coming back, but obviously it's not. So I think this is a solid replacement to it. And good. I really like the commentators here. CJ getting invited. Johnny Boy's always a treat. And then obviously the staples, James Bott, Leafx. And then Turtle and Corelli, another couple of fan favorites there getting invited. And I'm really loving this lineup, guys. So let's get into the final thing for today, which we are going to be talking about. DreamHack, Montreal, and all that jazz. All right. So let's get right into this, where we do have the good primary English broadcast, obviously. We do have Dreadnought, Gibbs, Turtle, and then Shogun, James, Johnny, Achieves. And then, if you guys don't know, I'm recording this on the 11th. This is the 2nd, I want to say. The weekend of the 2nd? When is this? Oh, the weekend of the 6th to the 8th. Okay. So let's talk about frontline. Let's talk about all the qualified teams. So let's go over to qualifiers. So we're going to talk about how they are qualified. Right now, just simple explanation. There was an open qualifier to qualify people to close qualifiers. And the open qualifier, at least for North America and Europe, had 6 invited teams. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, 6 invited teams, which were the teams that wanted to do it, who were in the RLCS of RLCS Season 8. And then obviously they had 16 other teams. So Afterthought and all these people. Oh, so Seth, you actually did find a team in Afterthought, unless he's just subbing for this tournament. So let's get down to it. Obviously, we have our top 2 teams getting a bye here, Rogue and G2. The only teams that went to LAN. And then obviously pretty much everyone you'd expect to wins. Every first seed wins, except for Linked Up beats Relax. And Relax is actually Splice here. Where's Relax? Yeah, Splice. So you can see, I think, did Relax scrub out? Okay, they did okay. Alright, so then obviously G2 beats Linked Up, who is Joe Freshness, Skills, and Sosa. The Peeps lose to Ghost Gaming. As we suspect, Ghost Gaming here is using Mist as their sub for this one, but I don't think they're going to end up playing with Mist, as it looks like they're playing with Atomic. That's his name. I couldn't remember his name. But then Rogue loses to Afterthought, kind of a shocker, and then Space Station loses, or crushes Birds and the Bees, which, you know what, we kind of expect. Space Station is an established roster, as Birds and the Bees just promoted. But then G2 beating Ghost here, we all expect it. G2's the top level roster, the RLCS North American Big 3 here. And then Afterthought beat Space Station Gaming, which was kind of crazy, because Afterthought took off some good fucking teams. RBG Esports, who is an RLRS team, Seabass Rapid Aeon. Obviously, we talked earlier, Seabass is on their new roster. Beat them first round, had to go against Rogue, beat them 3-1, had to go against Space Station, beat them 3-2. A solid roster. Hope this roster goes to the RLRS together if First Killer is old enough. I don't know how old First Killer is. Let me see. Was he on a roster last season? That is what I'm wondering. Was he in the RLRS? Maybe not. Okay. He is an age. First Killer is something years old. Jason Corral. Player. It doesn't really show how old he is. Guess we'll never know. Unless it shows down here. Nope. Okay. So I have no idea if he's old enough. But then obviously, G2 Esports bringing in the same guys. But, Afterthought played a crazy fucking game. And then obviously you look down to the lower bracket here. Just no names playing at this point. There was a couple buys in the lower bracket, which is lucky for them. RBG goes through wins. And then Relax wins, because I guess My Pleasure FF'd after being beat by... Who's My Pleasure? Did people start in the lower bracket? Tequila, for example. Oh, they did. I guess. We'll just use this for an example. Tequila. So these guys go to the closed qualifiers, and these guys start the closed qualifiers in the lower bracket. I see. Okay. All right. So, yeah, they didn't even come, so they FF'd. Then these guys play here. RBG wins, Tequila wins, Speeders win, Relax wins. Now, these are actually where it gets into the good games. Relax loses to Rogue 3-0. Birds and the Bees beat Speeders 3-1. Linked Up loses to RBG. RBG looking like a good team. And Tequila beats the Pete's. Who is Tequila? I need to know, because they are making a resurgence. They played very good. Where's Tequila? Am I missing it? Yeah, right here. That's not... Oh, that is Mexico. Okay. I was like, that's not North America, and then I realized it is. Among Star, yes, known. And Krazix. Oh, really? Fucking Freestyler in here. Coming in and beating fucking top-level competition. But then RBG comes in, and they win there. And then, obviously, the lower bracket, a little bit more stacked. They had the old Splice roster, Birds and the Bees, Rogue. And then who is Speeders? I think Speeders. I feel like I've heard the name before. I don't know any of those players, but you know what? They came in. They're probably pretty proud of themselves. They beat some good competition and they qualified through the upper bracket on day one. So they should be proud of themselves. And obviously RBG coming through, losing to Space Station. Birds and the Bees losing to Ghost. Ghost losing to Space Station, but doesn't matter. I'm sure Ghost, G2, Rogue, Space Station. Maybe the Peeps, maybe the Birds and the Bees will be at RLCS Montreal, or DreamHack Montreal anyway. Obviously, Europe, same exact story. Let me over here to the upper bracket. Renault comes in, beats Veloce, beats the Bricks, qualifies because they had a bye. Veloce coming in losing to Vitality, Complexity losing the Bricks losing to Renault Vitality. Then PSG coming in and qualifying through the upper bracket. Obviously, PSG does what they do. Decently consistent. Now, Dignitas lost to E-Girls here, which I thought was pretty crazy when I was looking over this. I try to look over my material before I come on here and I talk to you guys about it. And where's E-Girls? I'm missing it somewhere. Yeah, Ixo, Pondex, Blurry. I thought that was crazy that that team would have beaten Dignitas, but I don't know. Did Dignitas have a sub on this day? No. Oh, Violet Panda, Yuko, Astral. I don't know. Maybe they were looking like a good team. Maybe they just lost. I don't know. I mean, it happens. Sometimes you just lose. Maybe they just didn't have their head in the game. I mean, obviously they bounced back if we look in the lower bracket. But then FC Barcelona coming in, beating Nordevend, which is Sebadam, Al Dente, Data. They are in the RLRS. And then Triple Trouble getting invited, Roniki Tadpole, and then trying out iIgnite here. Because at this point, Roniki was still on the team, and they had told Casio that they were going to try out new thirds. And they were, and then they lost. So, didn't work out there because they lost to Godeme. And Godeme is Tigre, Nexo, and Extra. Solid team, but probably shouldn't be beating Triple Trouble, team of their caliber. Moving on, obviously, these teams coming on here, you guys can read. And then Triple Trouble, double loss. That is horrendous. Okay, Norvenden, Nevademena, coming on, but we're just going to skip to where it gets interesting. Dignitas beats Method. And then, where's it get interesting? Dignitas beats Veloce. Dignitas having some hard fucking matchups here, dude. Like, all these people are playing, like, bittersweet, like, decently no-name players. Like, obviously, Godsmilla and Nihilistic are, like, RLRS level players, but they have to play, like, a Method and Veloce and Complexity, like, top level, where these guys are still playing, like, not even RLRS competition. Then you have the Bricks beat E-Girls, and E-Girls, we've already looked at them, but just a refresher. Ixo Pondex Blurry, and then you have FC Barcelona beating Dignitas, pretty crazy as well, and FC Barcelona finishing it off over the Bricks. But like I said, I'm sure FC Barcelona, or who didn't qualify, so I'm sure Dignitas will be at the event. I'm sure it's a good thing that PSG actually qualified, because I do not know if they'd be going all the way to Montreal if they didn't qualify. Triple Trouble not going to be going, but Roniki will be going with Barcelona here. Alpha might be going with TSM. I guess TSM wouldn't be able to go. That's why they probably weren't in this. Complexity still probably going. The Bricks probably not. I don't know if the Bricks is actually an org. Yeah. The Bricks aren't really an org. They're just a group of people playing. Who else? Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's it. And then maybe Nordevend will be flown out there. Because I think this is an actual esports club, isn't it? Yeah, a Norwegian esports organization. And then maybe like some of these other... Like Veloce will probably be there, honestly. Yeah, it says that Cassio's on there now. Or it says that at least Cassio played in that tournament. Veloce will probably go out to DreamHack Montreal. But I'm super excited for it. Now going over to Oceania and South America. Obviously, the top 8 teams... We had, were all of them invited? Please tell me all of them. Okay, so we had, so obviously the big 3 in Australia, Renegades, Ground Zero, Chiefs, playing some good Rocket League, and then Delusion, or Drunk Driving, who I guess, okay, they were one NE esports. So yeah, that's a well-known team. And then under 16s, Nonsense, The Farm, I've never heard of any of these players. But they came out, and it was double limb, and Renegades looked horrible first round. They lost to The Farm. What are they doing? I don't know if they're not scrimming or what, but they have just been on a downswing. I don't know if Torsauce just isn't doing it anymore. He can't handle it without his 2 boys, or what. But it's not working out. Drunk Driving beats number 16. Chiefs beats Nonsense. Ground Zero beats Edge. So the only... non-invited team to win was The Farm over Renegades. The best team in Oceania. The Farm coming out, losing to Drunk Driving. Chiefs beating Ground Zero. Chiefs beating Drunk Driving. Renegades making a resurgence, beating Under 16, beating Ground Zero. And then playing The Farm again after Nonsense, and then played and beating The Farm, beating Drunk Driving. Pretty clutch, 3-0. Got the bracket reset and then lost it. That almost never happens, but it happened that day, and that's crazy. And then South America going over here with Lotus, Low-Key, INTZ, Erodium, and Lotus. Obviously, the 4 big teams. Obviously, Low-Key and INTZ, the 2 that actually went to LAN, but Erodium and Lotus still top level teams over there. And then these 4 teams going through, all the first seeds won, and then Lotus beats Low-Key, which is kind of crazy here. INTZ beats Erodium and goes into the winners, and then Lotus beats INTZ. But throughout the lower teams, we had all these guys just basically losing to each other. And then they lose the first seeds again. Low-Key beats them. INTZ beats them 3-2. And then it was weird because I don't like how this format is because the losers finals is two best of three, or the finals here is two best of three, and I believe, or best of five, and the losers finals here was also best of five, so I don't like that, but it's fine. And then obviously, INTZ sweeping them for the bracket reset and then getting beat 3-1. Absolutely insane. Well, guys, let's get back to the webcam. Thank you guys for hanging out. This has been Rocket League Talks with Munch818. Thank you guys for hanging out and checking out the first video. This whole thing will be posted on YouTube, and it will be snipped down into certain clips so you guys can enjoy and watch for yourselves. I will see you guys all next time. Peace. I hope you guys enjoyed that video. If you did, I have a couple more videos here that I think you guys will enjoy too. Make sure to like the video if you like the video. Make sure to leave any comments you do have down below. Subscribe for more videos just like this one. Check out my Twitter, Twitch, and Discord in the description, guys. I'll see you later.